Welcome back, guys. Today I'm excited because I'm finally ticking off one of my bucket list destinations, Cinque Terre, Italy's breathtaking jewel on the Ligurian coast. While summer brings crowds, the off-season unveils a quieter, more authentic charm, peaceful streets and uncrowded walking trails. Stay with me as we explore the magic of Cinque Terre beyond the tourist rush and decide for yourself if it's worth the visit in the off-season. Alright guys, let's talk about Cinque Terre. You know, the 5 villages that hang off the cliffs of Italy, the ones that you've seen in a million Instagram posts. Well, the question is, are they worth visiting in the off-season? Or am I about to enter a ghost town where even the seagulls have packed up and left? Let's find out. And here we are at Riomaggiore. Now before we get started, I would suggest that you visit the information centre. Here you can buy your ticket to the footpath via dell and also get information, maps and anything else that you may need for your exploration. Okay, so the streets are quiet and there's not much going on, and that's kind of the charm. Now heading up what feels like an unreasonable number of stairs. And more stairs, and then some more stairs. No sign of the top yet. Apparently the view's up there somewhere. Let's hope it justifies the climb. Come on, you have to agree, it is magic. We are at Riomaggiore. Quiet? Yeah, too quiet? I don't think so. There's something to say for not having too many tourists. This is nice. You can walk around, you're not bumping into people. It's great. Usually these streets are packed, but today I can even hear myself think, which is quite rare, seeing as not much goes on up there. Heading back down now, this time taking the road, which sort of feels like cheating after all those stairs. I pass a small shop with fruit and veg out front, all perfectly arranged, like they knew I'd be filming here today. A quick look inside and wow, the smell of that cheese, it is amazing in here. Now, more stairs, because of course there are. Riomaggiore believes in balance, so now we're heading down through narrow alleyways, turning corners, slipping between buildings. It gets pretty tight in some spots, but it all leads somewhere. Eventually, we hit the shore. It's peaceful, quiet, and feels like a good place to stop and take a look around for a bit. looking back up from the shore, the town's layered above, quiet and still. Fishing boats are all lined up, looking like they've got all day with nothing to do. The houses, all bright and a bit mismatched, stand out against the stone. Feels like there's more to see though, so we keep moving. Now in the main square. Buildings with stories, balconies with laundry, a few locals are going about their day. It's not busy, but it's alive. So we're leaving Riomaggiore now, and we're heading to the next town, Manarola. We're going to take a walk, bit of a hike. And from the lookout up here, you get a beautiful view of the amazing coastline. And that's the trail there that we'll be walking on. On the Via dell'Amore pathway now. I stop for a second and lead on the guardrail, taking a bit of a breather and taking in the amazing views. It's an easy path, sea on one side, cliffs on the other. Glancing back, we can see Riomaggiore in the distance. Now, a memory. Then we keep going. The path curves ahead and Manarola, well, it's coming up. It's probably about a 25-minute, 30-minute walk from here. The path is carved right into the cliffs, the stone beneath your feet. If you were any closer to the edge, well, you'd fall right off. First glimpse of Manarola in the distance. It's just a clutter of colour clinging to the cliffside at the moment. Still a way to go, but it's definitely pulling us in. Now, of course, if you didn't want to do the walk here, you can always catch the train. It's only a short 5 minutes from Riomaggiore to Manarola. And here we are in Manarola. It's a bit busier than Riomaggiore, but to be fair, it's midday and people have things to do. We head straight for the town square, where the pace is still slow, just slightly more awake. Walking over the mosaic birds set into the ground, which are easy to miss if you're not looking down, but they're definitely worth noticing. just wandering the streets now, starting at the top of the village and working my way down. There's no plan and there's no rush. The streets are empty and the mountains are rising quietly in the background. It's beautiful. The whole place has a kind of calm rhythm to it. I guarantee it's not like this in summer. The good news, the views are still insane. The bad news? Well, there is none. You can still get your espresso, you can still get something to eat, and there's plenty of souvenirs to buy, so there's enough open to still really enjoy yourself. Starting the climb up now, up behind the village. The path winds upwards step by step, and the rooftops below start to line up. Just looking for that picture perfect view. And it feels like we're getting close. Now, if you've ever Googled photos of Cinque Terre, you can almost guarantee this is where the photo was taken from. It is, without a doubt, absolutely stunning. So let's keep moving to Corniglia. Unfortunately, the path that I was planning on taking, well, it's closed. So I look for an alternative. But the more I walk, the more I realise that these paths don't look like they've been walked on for quite some time. So I just take in the views and then head back towards the village. And we definitely can't leave Manarola without checking out the shoreline and looking back up over those beautifully coloured stacked houses. Change of plan because I'm starving. We're going to stop and get something to eat. So another change of plan, this time because I was unprepared. I've run out of space on the phone, so we're going to cut today short and come back tomorrow, as we were planning to do anyway, and start at Corniglia. So here we are at Corniglia. Now, I was supposed to do this yesterday, but because of my rookie error of not transferring everything to my hard drive and running out of space on my phone, we're here today for round 2. Now, I'm glad I ate that focaccia this morning because there are a lot of stairs to get up into Corniglia. I don't know if you can see it from here, but check this out. So many stairs. So I've survived the stair climb and now I'm entering Corniglia, the only one of the 5 villages without direct access to the sea. It's perched up high and it's got its own kind of quiet. Walking through narrow walkways, buildings packed in tight. Feels like the walls are leaning in just a little and there's still no sign of the ocean, but you know it's out there somewhere. You just have to find the right path and the right gap. Still weaving through the village, but getting closer now. I can hear the ocean ahead. Just a few more steps and there it is. Wide open, endless and worth the search. Corniglia is quiet, and I mean very quiet. Not much is open, just a cafe here and there. So if you want an espresso, you can get one. But there's something to be said for the quietness. I mean, you don't have tourists standing taking selfies in front of tourists, standing and taking selfies in front of tourists, standing and taking selfies. You get where I'm going? I think my biggest fear has been realised. There's a gelato drought. I guess that's what happens when you come in February. Oh well, let's keep moving. Leaving the sea behind for now and heading to the other side of the village, looking for that perfect spot to take a picture of Corniglia. Just need to find the right angle. And yep, there it is, stunning. Okay, so there's only so many hours of daylight in winter, so let's get moving on to Vernazza. Now heading back down to the train because I don't really have the time to complete the walks today. And just a tip for the trains, especially during this winter period, make sure you check the timetable. The last thing you want to be doing is standing on the platform waiting for half an hour for the next train. when you could have been checking out the views. Now here I am at Vernazza, and immediately you feel the vibe of this place. Local farmers are selling their fruit and veg at a market on the main street, and there's cafes open, bars. This place is happening. Walking down by the shore, the village slowly revealing itself beside me. Turn around, and there it is. Bright buildings wrapped around the harbour, stacked like they grew straight out of the rocks. It's classic. Walking back through the town now and making my way through narrow alleys in between buildings. Up more stairs and more stairs to the castle at the top. Now, a quick tip here. It's €2 to get into the castle and they accept cash only. So don't be like me and get to the top and realise that you've got no cash and that was just a wasted trip. At least I got the cardio in. Back through the village now, winding through these narrow pathways. Heading towards the trails on the far side of the village. It's a bit of a climb, again, but the views from up there are supposed to be some of the best. And at this point, I'm committed to finding them after the castle debacle. I've reached the top now, looking back over Vernazza. The harbour, the rooftops, the narrow street, it all just clicks and makes sense from up here. There's no need to say much really, the view speaks for itself. So I'm getting hungry, and I've heard that there's a specialty they do here with sardines, so I'm going to give that a try. Let's see what it's like. So it isn't sardines, it's fresh anchovies. I'm not quite sure what the difference is. So I had my doubts about the tegame Vernazza, but I have to say it is sensational. It is fresh and it is tasty, so definitely try it out. It's not too fishy if you're worried about that. Now for something sweet. Rest easy everyone, the gelato drought is officially broken. And I'd be thrown in jail if I didn't try the gelato while I was here in Italy. I go for the coffee and the hazelnut, and both are equally as creamy and delicious. So I just eat them both. So farewell Vernazza, we're off to our last stop, Monterosso. Monterosso is for the beachgoers, although no one seems to be swimming today. I wonder why that is. In summer, that beach is full of umbrellas and people sunbathing. Not today. Now strolling along the foreshore in Monterosso. It's a bit more spread out here. Some of the buildings are half covered in vines and it looks good on them. Just taking it slow now, seeing what's around and what there is to do. You can imagine in summer, this place would be bustling. I have to be honest, there really isn't much to see here in Monterosso. So if you're going to miss any of the villages, I would suggest you miss this one. Everything's shut up. There's really not a lot to do. Walking up to Circolo Velico, it looks like some kind of sailing school. It's closed, but the building's got a cool look to it. And just beside it, this sculpture on the rocks. It's massive, detailed, kind of unexpected, but in the best way. It's cool. Looking back at Monterosso from the shoreline, the beach, the buildings, the hills behind it, it is beautiful and it all just settles in nicely. Feels like a good final snapshot before I move on. And if you want to feel the pebbles between your toes, well, you're a braver person than me. As I head a little further into the village, places are open, you can get something to eat and drink, so you won't starve. This is a beach town and we are in winter, so it's no surprise it's quiet. So what's my verdict? Should you visit Cinque Terre in the off season? I think yes. If you're not after the nightlife, the crowded beaches, the endless supply of gelato, then it's definitely a place to visit without the crowds. You get to see so much more and not pushing your way through to get to it. That's what I loved. Anyway, I'll leave it up to you guys, but I hope you enjoyed. And don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell